post horrendous stuff for the Umbrella Academy?
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm expecting. Please. I've seen what the ships are like in that fandom. Hi, our little molecules.
We're unstable.
Today we'll be doing another episode of Fake Fiction.
And I'm hosting it.
And what's our theme for today?
The Umbrella Academy.
Oh no.
I either have West Nile or syphilis.
What?
Hi, guys.
Okay, let's get going.
Let's do this.
I hope it's recording.
Me too. If it's not, I already know what my next one's gonna be.
Slay.
You get to hear me read Henry Danger fanfiction. Congrats.
Cute. I love that. I love that for us.
Okay.
I'll binge the show
First-
just to know.
First fic. AN, here's a little something something. They're all kids in this. 13 years. Pretend they have names and 5 didn't want one. No one's point of view.
What?
Huh?
I've never heard that specification in a fan fiction. I've heard the opposite, but okay. Let's go.
Vanya, Allison, and 5 were all arguing who Diego's favorite sibling was. Vanya said it was Allison, Allison said it was 5, and 5 said it was Vanya. Klaus didn't get involved because he knew it definitely wasn't him. So he just didn't get involved. Diego had walked in and they all just shouted, "Diego, we need to ask you a question," they all said at the same time. Diego jumped at them shouting his name. "What's your question?" Diego asked. "Who's your favorite sibling?" 5 asked. "Oh, that's easy. Klaus," Diego said, surprising all of them. Klaus looked up surprised. "Really?" Klaus asked, eyes glazing over with tears. "I'm Diego's favorite," he thought. Ben, who walked in when Diego did, was smiling. He knew Klaus had very little confidence of his family liking him. The only sibling he knew liked him was Ben. Klaus jumped up from where he was sitting and tackled Diego in a hug. They both landed on the floor with an oof. Klaus was crying and he nuzzled his face in Diego's neck. Diego hugged him back. The other siblings left and Diego sat up, Klaus on his lap. "Why are you so surprised?" Diego asked curiously. "Well, I know Ben likes me, and our other siblings think I'm decent, but I thought you hated me," Klaus said, trailing off. Diego just squeezed his brother tighter. "You're my brother, and I love you. Don't ever forget that. All of us love each other in our own special ways." Diego said. They had fallen asleep on the ground, and Luther...
I don't like Luther.
No, because
why are you laughing?
This is the worst spelling error ever. Luther Kaken.
Kaken. What is this supposed to say?
I'm assuming came in.
He came in.
Luther came in and brought them and brought them to Diego's room. In parentheses, he's decent sometimes.
Relatable.
Again, so I don't know what that was at the end. I'm tired and just wanted to write something in here, and I didn't proofread, so sorry for the mistakes.
That's all?
That's the entire
That's
thing.
the whole fanfic?
I could not find anything that was, like, actually long, and I don't know if I'm, like, looking in the wrong places or what. Like,
That's so weird.
okay. Next one. 5 X-Reader.
It could be worse, it could be worse, it could be worse. Oh god, I forgot that during X-Readers we use each other's names.
AN. I used the same prompt for a one-shot in my Marvel one-shot book, but oh well, I've got no ideas, and too small of a fan base for people to request. Anyway, nothing, yeah, hope you enjoy and like, comment if you did, or just comment about whatever, because I'd love to talk to y'all about pretty much anything, really. Anyway, hope you enjoy.
Home slice.
I'm reading every bit.
Enunciate, we can't understand
I'm
you.
sorry! Words. 1,441 words.
I hate
This
words.
is, I think, the longest one I found.
Cute.
Hurry up, you guys, 5 whispered, knocking quietly on everyone's door. It was late at night, and the entire Umbrella Academy had planned to sneak out of the house to go to play laser tag together. 5 was lookout since he could teleport to Dad's room to check if he was awake. So I'm assuming that means that they're all kids in this. He was awake. Before we left the house, we made sure to tell Pogo where we were going, and although Pogo didn't approve of our methods of sneaking out to have fun, he never told our dad because that would ruin our chances of being normal kids. So Pogo never told, but only on the condition that we would always tell him where we were going and when we were going. We had all agreed instantly and never forgot to tell Pogo. All right, chill 5, we're coming, Klaus said as we all raced down the stairs silently but efficiently, waving to Pogo as 5 teleported us individually outside so we didn't make noise opening the door. It was my turn to get teleported, so I took the hand 5 held out to me, and he teleported me out to where the others were. Luther, Diego, Allison, Vanya, and I all waited outside for 5 to finish bringing out Ben and Klaus.
Is I the reader?
I don't know.
Is there anybody missing?
I don't think so. So it has, besides 5, who was already mentioned, so it has to be the reader.
So, oh no. Oh no! So the character is then a member of the Umbrella Academy, which means they were raised as siblings with all these other characters.
And they are legally siblings, yeah.
Yeah.
I waited outside for 5 to finish bringing out Ben and Klaus. It didn't take long, and once he had finished, we all started walking as quickly as possible to the laser tag place. Ah, freedom, I squealed, happily breathing in the cold air. Vanya nodded in agreement as she walked next to me, matching my pace. Klaus chuckled from behind me as Diego and Luther ran ahead, racing each other. Hurry up, you guys, Diego said, stopping in his tracks to look back at the rest of us leisurely walking. Yeah, come on, the place might think we aren't coming and close before we get there.
Huh?
Luther added.
Nowhere closes based on if they have business or not. It's like, oh shit, I forgot that these random group of kids were coming. We can't close yet.
Nah. The sense of urgency easily recognizable in his tone. We were regulars at the place, and we usually showed up a few minutes before it closed.
Oh. Okay. Then don't be assholes. Why are they assholes?
The workers got used to this fact that night was the only time we could play and started keeping the place open for an extra hour or so, just for us.
Bitch!
For that, we were eternally grateful.
What minimum wage workers are these?
Right?
I'm minimum wage, and if anybody asks me to leave my place of work open for more than before I have to leave, no. I don't give a shit if you're kids who don't have a life. I don't give a shit. I'm a kid who doesn't have a life.
Oh my god. Anyway, we're gonna continue this before I have a crisis.
Not yet. You're fine. You're
I'm
a kid
fine.
for another 30 weeks? 17 days?
17 days, yeah.
Fuck. I'm old.
And started keeping the place open for that we were eternally grateful. Allison sped up so she could walk with Vanya and me. I was getting sick hearing 5 and Klaus argue, she said, giggling. Vanya and I laughed looking back to where 5 and Klaus were currently yelling at each other about who knows what. I caught 5's eye and he threw me a quick wink before looking away. I blushed a light pink at his action. I mean, sure, 5 was my best friend within the family, but that was new. Come on, guys, hurry up. We're almost there. Luther and Diego chanted. No matter how many times those two fought, the one thing that could unite them was our laser tag games. I can see the place from here. Pick up the pace, Diego urged, jogging back to grab as many of our wrists as he could. So 2 of them?
Yes. No, wait, okay. So in theory, right? Give me your hands. I can grab 2 in one hand.
Oh.
So I can get 4 bitches. I can
4
grab
bitches.
4 motherfuckers.
4 motherfuckers.
See, I proved wrong. Screw you.
Okay. I can see the playbook and grabbed many of our horses as he could. He grabbed mine and Vanya's, then went to grab Allison, but backed off at Luther's sudden glare. Mm-hmm. He rolled his eyes and sped up again, tugging on our wrists. I looked back at Allison, who laughed at mine and Vanya's misfortune, shrugging her shoulders. I looked past Allison to 5, who was throwing a glare that rivaled Luther's at Diego's hand, wrapped around my wrist.
I already know which one you wrote.
Do you?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you do.
Unless you thought way ahead of me, I know which one you wrote.
I don't think you do. I rolled my eyes and looked at Klaus, who smiled and came skipping up next to me. Need some help here, there, dear sister? He said in the most proper voice he could manage. I laughed, nodding. If you don't mind, I replied, throwing a look at Diego, who was watching our exchange and immediately let go of my wrist, and Vanya's as well. Sorry, Spencer, he mumbled as we came to a stop at a crosswalk. The laser tag place right across the street. Klaus, Diego, Vanya, and I stopped to wait for everyone else to catch up. Then, once they all did, 5 shoved his way through our siblings to come stand next to me. He grabbed my hand and linked our fingers together. I rolled my eyes and let him hold my hand as we walked across the crosswalk.
I need comfort.
Diego skipped across the crosswalk quickly and stood at the door, tapping his foot impatiently. Once we got across the street, everyone... Why is there a comma there? Everyone went inside, and we were greeted by the same 2 people that worked the night shift whenever we came in.
Wow.
Hey, you guys, one of the workers, Jamie, greeted us cheerily.
Jamie.
We almost thought you weren't going to come. The other worker, Sarah, added. See, Luther said, referring to his earlier point when he said they would close before we got there. We all rolled our eyes while Jamie and Sarah laughed. They signed us into the room as we each gave them our money. And once we had all given them our money, they took us into the room where we got our guns and vests.
Our guns. My gun.
We divided ourselves into 2 teams. I was on a team with Diego, Vanya, and Klaus, while we were going against Allison, Luther, Ben, and 5. They did a super quick safety thing just because they had to before turning on our guns and vests and setting us free inside the 2-story laser tag ring. I ran up to the 2nd floor to be my team's lookout from above, since I could shoot better from higher up and from long distances. My team took their position on our side, and the opposing team did the same. Remember, guys, no powers, I shouted as I ran up the stairs. Yeah, we know, Spencer.
It's worse. It's worse when it's Umbrella Academy. It's fine. I complained about it being Deku, but
it wasn't even Deku.
It was Deku.
It
wasn't necessarily shit, but it was Deku.
It was Deku, yeah.
But it's worse when it's when they're fucking family.
Klaus answered sarcastically. I chuckled and went to find a hiding spot where I could overlook the playing field below me, but was also provided cover in case someone started shooting at me. I heard either Sarah or Jamie yell, go, and I watched as the barely visible lights started moving towards each other from opposite ends of the playing field. I was focused so intently on the game going on below me that I didn't notice the person that crept up behind me, grabbing my wrist and pulling me to a dark corner of the room.
Oh, no.
I was backed into the corner until I came face to face with my attacker. 5, I said, narrowing my eyes at my best friend. There were no friends in this game. Aw, come on, Spencer. Don't be like that. He smirked.
Stop. Give me a moment. I need him for comfort. Okay, continue.
He smirked, pressing himself closer.
No! Continue.
My stomach erupted with butterflies, but I forced them down. What do you want? I asked. To win, of course. Isn't that why we're playing? He asked playfully, all the while pressing himself closer against me. He looked down at
whoever wrote this and killed him. It wasn't you. I don't think.
He looked down at me, and I could see his smirk illuminated by the lights on our vests. I licked my lips slightly and saw his eyes follow the movement. I looked down at our shoes. They were toe-to-toe, and I felt his hand lightly bring my chin up, so I was looking at him again. He chuckled. Don't you know? Spencer has left the room! Hello, Spencer. You wanna come back?
No. I don't want to come back.
It's almost done. It's almost done. It's okay.
I have to go to work after this.
Okay. He looked down. Her shoes were toe-to-toe. And I felt his hand lightly bring my chin up, so I was looking at him.
You didn't have to read that part
I'm
again.
sorry. I didn't know where I was. He chuckled. Don't you know it's rude to avoid eye contact when someone is speaking to you? Okay, please stop. I hate eye contact.
You hate eye contact.
I hate eye contact.
Get ready for some prolonged eye contact.
Prolonged eye contact.
Thank you.
He said, closing his eyes and leaning his head down towards mine. I inhaled deeply. 5, I stuttered. He said, his voice is high-pitched now, you know. Because he's a prepubescent 13-year-old.
I am prepubescent.
He said, ignoring me and pressing his lips against mine. My body reacted without my mind's consent, and I closed my eyes, leaning into the kiss. He smiled and wrapped his arm around my waist, deepening the kiss before slowly pulling away. He pulled away, and as he did, he raised the gun and shot me right in the chest. I
got it.
In surprise. Why, you little? He kissed me again and cut me off. Next time, don't get distracted, he said, pulling away and smirking as he retreated into the shadows where he came from.
Honestly, baller move if he wasn't a child and basically the sibling of this person. Other than that, baller.
He was a child.
I know, that's what I said. If he
okay.
wasn't a child and the...
Oh, yeah, this would... I love this prompt. I've seen this prompt in so many other, like, fics. It's one of my favorite prompts, and I've been wanting to write it. I just don't know how to write it, so...
If you wrote that one, I will kill you. You will never escape my phone if you wrote that one. We film in my house, and if you wrote that one...
If it makes you feel any better, this is another, 5X reader story. But it's not siblings.
Okay, better.
There's one
I'm
issue.
listening for one thing in this.
There's one issue.
I'm listening for one thing in this one so I can completely, finish my theory on which one you wrote.
It was a day. In fact, it was your 13th birthday.
Oh,
April 1st, in fact.
We're kids again.
Fun. Your mother took you to a bowling alley for your party. It was but uneventful. She invited your entire 8th grade class. You hated all of them. All of them. All was going to shit when a few odd strangers, yet one looked sort of familiar. The familiar one caught your eye, and that caught your mother's eye. She stood up quickly and walked over, your arm clutched in her cold, clammy hands.
Your arm. My hands are cold and clammy. Clams.
Dragging you over, she stopped in front of the boy with a smile. Hi, I was just wondering if you'd like to come to her birthday party and hang around people his own age.
If I'm in this story, don't misgender me.
There's both pronouns.
Oh. Yeah? Well, don't misgender me.
I'm sorry. Seeing if that's okay with your two dads there. You gently nudge him away from... Hold on, what? Oh, no, okay. You gently nudge her away from holding you. He begins to speak without looking up. I'd rather chew off my own foot. He looked up to me, eyes with you before standing up and shrugging. Dad. He smirks. Is that okay? Diego rolls his eyes and nods, holding up a thumbs up and a fake smile. The boy then looks at you with the same smirk. What's your name? You open your mouth to speak, but your mother beats you to it.
Wait a second. What? His dad is Diego? Huh?
No, okay, you remember the scene? Have you seen...
I've seen it.
Yeah, you've seen it. You remember the scene...
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. You remember the scene in the end of the first season?
Yeah. Okay, I've seen it.
For Kenny's birthday party?
Yeah.
This both at YN. With your...
I don't remember what you're talking about.
It's, where he's like, it's my son's Kenny's birthday party, and it would be really great if your son could play with kids his own age. Of course, if it's okay with your two dads. And Diego and Klaus are sitting there, and it's after they came to meet up after the Umbrella Academy.
So 1 second. The implications here, this is why I asked, are that I'm 13, and it's shipping me with a basically adult who's just been in another plane forever, who's fucking old as shit.
And in a 13-year-old's body.
Yeah. Fabulous! Doesn't matter that he's in a 13-year-old body, it matters that he's an adult and I'm a child!
And who's apparently, likes you, it seems like.
Yeah.
So.
Gross.
I'd rather try my foot. What's your name? You open your mouth to speak, but your mother beats you to it. His name is He shushed her, stilling gazing you up and down.
What?
Still gazing you up and down. He can speak for himself, right? Oh, well, he's shy. Is he really, or do you just not shut up? He snarls, causing your mother to walk away with an annoyed expression. He then smiles at you, opening his mouth to ask the question again. Spencer. My name is Spencer. Sorry about her. You don't have to come hang out over there. My classmates are kind of... You look over at them and he follows your gaze. You don't need to explain. I understand. I'm 5, by the way, and those aren't my dad. They're your brothers, obviously. Only one of them is gay. And they have a sibling rivalry you feel about them. He raises an eyebrow and smirks at you. Pretty smart for such an ordinary person. You shrugged. It's obvious, really. He smiles, and you two chat for a bit. But you're rudely interrupted by gunshots firing throughout the establishment. He ducks and I'm gonna assume this says push.
Puss.
Puss.
And puss.
And push you down with him, trying his best to protect you without you realizing it. Quickly glance at the attackers, realizing their weakness. Go for their knees. They have no protection. Also, there's limited vision on their helmet, so throw something at them. 5 smiles at you and does what he's told. He comes back to find you missing. Quickly, he realizes what happened and teleports away. 5, nice of you to join us. The woman smiles at the boy who you're held at gunpoint. While you're held at gunpoint.
Is that all?
That's all.
Okay. God. Okay. So here's my theory. It's not the second one.
Okay.
Although I don't know if you've written it, if it's one of your older pieces, or if you've written it recently. But my theory on why it's not the second one is because Victor is referred to as Vanya.
Yeah.
And if you had written it recently.
Yeah.
But my issue is in the first one, Victor is mentioned. I can't remember if he's called Victor or if he's called Vanya.
I think he was called Vanya. That was my whole issue because I couldn't find any fics for some reason that actually referred to him as Victor.
So that's why from the beginning I had thought you had written 3. When I said I think I know which one you've written, is I thought he had been referred to as Vanya in both of the first 2.
Yeah.
And so I was like 99% sure you'd written 3.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you're pulling a thing I did last time with
the whole
like writing the worst one, writing one that's worse. I know it's not 2.
You know it's not 2.
But I know you're also a big fan of found family, even though the first one's not found family. It's like family trope almost. I don't like the writing on the first one, so I'll be a little like. But I don't know if you'd written this already. You know, it could have been like one of your older ones.
One of my older ones, yeah.
Yeah. So, God, and whichever one, I guess it's gonna be the other one, 3 or 1. So. Oh fuck! I don't know if to go with my original intuition. I'm gonna be so mad if I go with the number 1 and it was 3.
I would torture you like that.
I'm gonna die. Because it could be either. I don't know what tactic you're going for. It being the only one without a ship sounds like you know?
But also, what if I did that to
What if you did it because that's... I mean, I did the same thing last time.
Yeah.
But I think I'm gonna go against my greater intuition.
Okay.
And go with... No, wait, no. This is killing me! It's killing me! Because every time I go to say 1, I'm like, oh, but it's 3. And then I go to say 3 and it's...
So, but what if it is 2?
It's not 2.
Why can't it be 2?
Don't try to fuck with me.
Okay, but why wouldn't it be 2? How do you know
Because
I wouldn't do that to
don't
you?
want to fight you.
Okay, but what if it is 2 and you guess 1 or 3 and it's 2 and I'm like, it was actually this one?
Then you're not leaving my house alive, at least.
Oh my god!
In one piece.
Okay. Okay.
Because that one nearly made me vomit. Then the secondhand embarrassment I got from hearing you read that about.
Okay, but the actual prompt is so cute because I've seen the actual prompt and it's
I know, and the
person
fact that
A,
you
person
said that
B.
almost convinced me.
Person A, person B playing laser tag against each other and then back in the corner and then kiss. It's so cute. My favorite
It is so
prompt.
cute. And it is so mischievous.
It
Just
is.
not in that fanfiction.
Yeah, not in that one.
But, like, oh my god, honestly, would kill to be the technical me in that fiction.
Yeah.
Not specifically with that character. But
No, but like a
Like,
version of
with
you.
a person who's hot and be me character who, oopsie, they smooched me. Whoops. But I...
Gotta guess.
Now this is... you know what? 1.
You sure?
Yes.
You positive.
Yes.
Are you?
You're messing with me.
Oh, am I?
It's 1.
Are you really positive?
Yes.
God damn it. It was one of my original fics, which is why the writing is so horrible. I wrote it when I was like 14.
I hated the writing in it. And that's 3 points for Spencer.
Fuck!
1 point for Virgil. Oh, I got you. And you tried to get me to question myself again, but I
was hoping you would pick 3. I'm like, please pick 3, please pick 3, please
But
pick 3.
the only reason I did is because you were playing into my Vanya Victor theory so much. And when you were like, no, I think in the first one it did say Vanya, I was like, that one, that made me lean towards 1, and I got it.
Okay, but I deadass could not find any like recent one-shots that had Victor in it.
Yeah.
Like if Victor was a character in it, then he wasn't listed as Victor, he was listed as Vanya.
Yeah, if you had found one, you probably would have tricked me with that one. As long as it hadn't have been, like, disgusting.
Disgusting.
Yeah, so, thanks for watching, everybody. Please like and subscribe.
I lost.
Bye!
Bye.